Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The diagnostics for this particular trouble code, DTC P0966, pertains to a malfunction concerning the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve B in the Honda Accord models from 2012 to 2017. This code specifically indicates an issue regarding the electrical circuit of the solenoid valve, rather than any mechanical faults within the transmission itself. The AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve B plays a crucial role in regulating the hydraulic pressure that is applied to the clutch pack, allowing for seamless gear shifting within the automatic transmission. If there is an open or short circuit in the solenoid valve, the car's PCM, or powertrain control module, won't allow the transmission to shift into any gears other than first, second, or fifth. This is due to a fail-safe function designed to protect the transmission from further damage. In troubleshooting, it is essential to gather all freeze-frame data and perform a review using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to lay the groundwork for diagnosing the root cause effectively. In the sixth and final stage of troubleshooting for DTC P0966, focus on measuring the resistance of the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve B. With both connectors still disconnected from the valve and PCM, employ a multimeter to assess resistance between the two designated terminals of the solenoid. The appropriate resistance value should fall within the range of 4.7 to 5.9 ohms. If the reading is outside of this threshold, it indicates that the solenoid is malfunctioning. In this instance, replacements would be necessary to restore proper function. If the solenoid checks out to be fine, attention must then turn to the PCM itself, as a failure in the module can also generate the DTC without any mechanical fault present in the solenoid. After completing all relevant repairs for DTC P0966, it is crucial to recheck the DTC using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. This step serves as confirmation that the prior issues have been rectified and the fault code is no longer present. Subsequently, verify that the vehicle is able to shift through all gears correctly, not just remaining limited to first, second, and fifth gears. Ensuring that every electrical connection has been resecured and checked serves as a simple but effective safeguard against recurrent issues. Additionally, a road test may be beneficial to observe if the vehicle operates smoothly under various conditions. Repair verification ensures that not only is the code cleared, but that the underlying performance of the transmission has returned to expected operational standards. While handling DTC P0966, engaging in proactive measures can prevent future issues related to the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve B. Regular inspection of electrical connections, especially those linked to the transmission system, can help catch potential issues before they escalate. Additionally, using high-quality replacement parts during repairs, whether solenoids or wiring, ensure that the vehicle maintains optimal performance. Performing routine diagnostics with the HDS can help identify any emerging faults promptly, serving as an early warning system for transmission-related errors. Educating drivers on the importance of fluid maintenance in the transmission also contributes positively to the longevity and smooth operation of the vehicle. A commitment to preventive maintenance will not only prolong the life of the transmission, but will also enhance overall vehicle dependability. In conclusion, diagnosing DTC P0966 is an essential procedure to ensure the reliable operation of the Honda Accord's automatic transmission. An electrical issue related to the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve B can lead to significant driving limitations, affecting overall vehicle performance. Adopting a structured approach throughout the troubleshooting process allows technicians to efficiently identify problems and mitigate them effectively. Thorough inspections, precise measurements, and well-implemented repairs ensure that drivers can safely navigate the roads without encountering transmission disturbances. Conducting follow-up checks and emphasizing preventive maintenance will also help maintain long-term reliability in the Accord's performance. Addressing DTC P0966 in a timely manner not only safeguards the vehicle, but also enhances the overall driving experience for Honda Accord owners. DTC P0966 is associated with an electrical circuit issue that affects the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve B. This solenoid valve is critical for managing the hydraulic pressures used in clutch operations, thereby impacting the shifting patterns within the automatic transmission. It is located within the assembly of the transmission, and when malfunctioning, it results in limited shifting capabilities. Specifically, the car is restricted to using only the first, second, or fifth gears as a safeguard against possible transmission damage. The control module responsible for the transmission, known as the PCM, detects when there is a malfunction and triggers this DTC as a form of alert. The malfunction can stem from an open or short circuit condition rather than any mechanical impairment, making an electrical inspection pivotal in the troubleshooting process. The possible causes of the DTC P0966 primarily relate to electrical issues affecting the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve B. An open circuit or short circuit within the solenoid's electrical circuit could result in failure to function, leading to improper pressure regulation for the clutch pack. This malfunction might originate from poor connections, damaged wiring, or even a faulty solenoid valve itself. Furthermore, wiring issues are of significant concern. They can create intermittent faults that may not always be detectable through initial diagnostic checks. Another element to consider is the PCM. If it is not receiving proper feedback from the solenoid due to these electrical problems, it will fail to control the transmission as designed. Each of these factors must be systematically ruled out to accurately pinpoint the underlying cause of the code. When DTC P0966 is present, drivers may experience several symptoms indicating an underlying issue with their Honda Accord's automatic transmission. The most noticeable symptom is the inability to shift gears freely. The transmission will likely be limited to first, second, or fifth gears only. This limitation might lead to unresponsive driving experiences, making the vehicle feel sluggish or overly revved in lower gears. Additionally, the check engine light will illuminate on the dashboard, signaling that the vehicle's onboard diagnostic system has detected a malfunction. In some cases, drivers may notice unusual behavior, such as harsh or delayed shifting, which can be attributed to the faulty solenoid valve's inability to properly regulate pressure. Recognizing these symptoms can provide valuable immediate context for technicians during the troubleshooting process. In the first troubleshooting step for DTC P0966, begin by pressing the engine start-stop button to select the on mode. This action powers up the vehicle's electrical systems without starting the engine, allowing for diagnostic checks. Utilize Honda's diagnostic system, HDS, to clear any existing DTCs from the memory. After clearing, it's essential to check if DTC P0966 appears as either a pending or confirmed code with the HDS. If it appears, this indicates a persistent failure. Hence, you'll move on to further checks. However, if it does not display, this may suggest an intermittent failure where the vehicle system is currently operational. In such a case, inspect for poor connections or loose terminals that could lead to sporadic faults. Thus, thorough documentation of DTC appearances and vehicle behavior is critical in diagnosing effectively. Moving on to the second troubleshooting step, begin by pressing the engine's start-stop button to switch to off mode. This ensures the electrical system is deactivated for safe working conditions. Next, utilize the HDS to jump the SCS, or short circuit identifier line. This function allows for testing specific circuits in the system more effectively. After performing the jump, proceed to disconnect PCM connector B, specifically the 51P connector, which houses significant electrical connections. At this stage, your goal is to establish where the malfunction may lie. Testing will continue by checking for continuity between designated test points. By segmenting the testing process, you can isolate possible failure areas, whether it lies within the PCM or between the solenoid valve and the PCM. For the third step in diagnosing DTC P0966, start by disconnecting the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve B 2P connector. This step isolates the solenoid from the rest of the electrical system, enabling direct testing. With the connector securely removed, assess continuity between the designated test points, ensuring the circuit is still intact. The test will be set up to check if there is any continuity between the solenoid's wire and body ground. If continuity exists, this indicates a short to body ground somewhere in the wiring that requires attention. In such a case, repair any identified short circuits in the LSB wire connecting the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve B to the PCM. Through this scrutiny, you will either remedy the issue or further isolate the problem to the solenoid valve itself. In the fourth troubleshooting stage for DTC P0966, continue with the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve B 2P connector still disconnected. You will also need to keep PCM connector B 51P disconnected to assess the integrity of the circuit fully. The goal at this point is to check for continuity between the solenoid's wire and the corresponding terminal on the PCM. This checks if there is an open circuit in the LSB line between the solenoid and PCM, which could cause the error code. Should this continuity test reveal a lack of connection, this gives a clear directive. Repair the identified open in the LSB wire connecting the solenoid valve B and the PCM. Success in this test would signify that the circuit is intact, paving the way for downstream testing to proceed. The fifth step in troubleshooting DTC P0966 involves checking continuity in the PG line, also referred to as the power ground line. Keep the AT clutch pressure control solenoid valve B 2P connector and PCM connector B both disconnected, as this ensures an accurate assessment of continuity. The examination checks if the power ground wire has any breaks or damage that would cause electrical issues. If the test indicates an open circuit, then corrective action would be to repair any issues in the PG wire leading from the solenoid valve B to the body ground, specifically connection G101. Ensuring that G101 is securely connected is vital, as any grounding problems could lead to disturbances in the solenoid activation process, ultimately affecting gear shifting capabilities. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.